Warmed up and ready to go in Happy Valley. Michael Cerroti, Julia Henry with you. Carolyn Keeger is keeping the energy.
Expected to step up in her absence. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Bronwyn. We're ready to go. Michigan State starts with the basketball here on Big Ten Plus. Pumped to be with you. Thanks for spending part of your Saturday afternoon full of Big Ten hoops with us. Rashunda Jones controls first season at Michigan State for Jones, a Purdue transfer. Jalyn Brown back to Jones. 5 to shoot. Jones lines up a triple. Too strong. Rebound tipped around, pulled down by VanSlooten. She's defended by Amaya Evans, who steps in for Merkel. There's a long two, and that's pure to start the scoring from Jalyn Brown. And they never responded well. That was the most disappointing loss of the year, according to head coach Robyn Fralick. McMiller steps back for a deep three and puts it in. Played against Purdue. Before that, missed 6 straight. Look inside. VanSlooten goes up against Evans and scores. McMiller, she's a one-on-one threat. Robyn Fralick knows it. Baseline pop, too strong. Evans pulls it down. Murray on the reset, got it. Mariah Murray had 15 points against Purdue. Inez Sotelo drives, tipped around. McMiller the steal, and Murray comes away with it. Bounce pass. McMiller lines it up. It's a deep two.
That's exactly what you don't want Penn State to be able to do, set up these transition long buckets.
Sotelo a triple. Bottoms. Coming off a season high 15 points against Maryland. As Penn State gives it away. And Blair will inbound. VanSlooten, one dribble up and down. Four double.
I was going to say, bringing in that press, had Cleon had to step up there.
Taya Cleon bursts through the press and lays it in. 1-2 punch with the basketball from Cleon and McMiller, and an offensive foul. McFadden look inside. McMiller is wide open for 2. Jones bounces. Sotelo 3-ball. That's off the iron. McMiller will push. McMiller comes to get it from Murray. Screen from Mendelson. McMiller lines up a 3 and puts it in. Kiyomi McMiller already into double figures, outscoring Michigan State herself. Up high for the offensive catalyst, Blair, poked away by Cleon. Here comes Taya Cleon going 1-on-2. Cleon puts it up through traffic and in. 9-0 Penn State run. Blair, extra pass to the corner. 3-ball doesn't go for Dykstra.
And the Spartans now 4 of 9 beyond the arc.
Mendelson in transition forces a Michigan State timeout. It's an 11-0. Blair bounces in. VanSlooten swings it. 3-ball. Can't end the drought, and Murray picks it up. They're a strong offensive team, top 10 in the nation in scoring. McFadden baseline attack, pulls it out. Look inside, Cleon reels it in and gets fouled.
What it takes and how you really have to have that short-term memory and flush those 2 losses they had against ranked teams, and they really don't want a third here.
1 for 2. It's a 12-0 run for Penn State. Sotelo looks inside for Jones. Loops it back. Jones, free throw line. Blair, first bucket. They needed that from Kennedy Blair. Her first points. Averages almost 14. McMiller on the attack. Scoops it up and in. Blair, look inside. Sotelo off the glass. Rush layup from Inez Sotelo. Kiyomi McMiller walks it outside, looks to Keegs on the sideline. McMiller stops, pops, and scores. Blair, baseline drive against a triple team, knocked away. And Ronnie Saljevic is fouled by Sotelo. Ronnie Saljevic to the free throw line. Puts in the first. It's a 17-2 Penn State run. She goes 2 for 2.
Their biggest lead in a game since VCU December 20th, and that was 18.
Sotelo off the heel. Blair the offensive rebound and stick back. McMillan dancing. McMillan leaning away. Got it. Kiyomi McMillan is outscoring Michigan State. Last shot for the Spartans. Woodard lines up a three. That doesn't go. Sotelo offensive rebound and the buzzer sounds. What a first quarter for Penn State. They lead number 12 Michigan State. We get the second quarter started. Michigan State basketball. Shoemate tries to end the drought and can't. Top 15 in the country in three-point percentage. Couldn't make that one. McMillan can't get it with the left hand. Amaya Evans battling for the rebound and gets fouled. McMillan works around a much taller Sotelo and throws it away to VanSlooten. Didn't play the last couple minutes of the first quarter. Brown goes up against Murray. She'll go to the free throw line.
Had her season high in points and field goals versus Michigan on February 1st, so coming off a pretty good game.
Goes 2 for 2. Michigan State shows full court pressure. McMillan breaks it. Clayant lines up a three, too strong. Murray was waiting for the rebound. VanSlooten takes it the other way. Finds a cutting Shoemate who will go to the line. Got fouled by Ronnie Saljevic. 9 points in each of the last 3 games. Her minutes have increased since the new year. She's played 30 or more in 3 of the last 4. And she's already seen 7 minutes of action today. Full court pressure, effective again. VanSlooten takes it away. Blair, VanSlooten works around Evans and scores.
And the Spartans sticking with this press. They'll force Coach Kieger to call a timeout here.
Penn State was up late in the fourth quarter of that Purdue game. They dwindled away that advantage. Purdue forced overtime and Penn State able to get it done late. McMillan heavily pressured, throws it away to Clayant, who finds an open Mariah Murray, and that stops the 6-0 Michigan State run.
I think that was the perfect adjustment to the Spartan press. Was McMillan such a good ball handler? Just let her dribble it up.
VanSlooten again on the baseline. Shoemate 3-ball, yes.
And that's just the second 3 the Spartans have been able to notch today.
Ronnie Saljevic over a much taller Sotelo. Doesn't care. Giving up 8 inches to Inez Sotelo. Able to knock in the three-pointer. VanSlooten works around the double team and scores. Clayant trying to make it happen. Ronnie Saljevic gets open, but she traveled. And that's a huge part of what Michigan State does. Forcing turnovers.
And that was the key to today's game, Coach Fralick said, winning that turnover margin.
Brown on the baseline drive. Off the glass and in. McMillan, deep one. Off the iron, and the rebound to VanSlooten. McMillan has now missed 4 straight field goals. VanSlooten will go to the line. Second season as a Spartan. Scored double figures in 50 of them. And she's off on the second free throw. McMillan works on Dijkstra. Ronnie Saljevic, backdoor cut. Clayant drives. Mendelson against Brown, sheds the contact, and she's fouled. She played both as a freshman at Nebraska. 2 points, 2 rebounds a game. Now her fourth year of college, second of basketball, 1 for 2 at the line. She goes to the bench, and Rachel Okoko is in for the first time. Brown travels, trying to get out of the double team. Penn State hasn't scored in almost 3 minutes of action. McMiller working on Samba Leach. McMiller, what a feed. McFadden scores. What a look from Kiyomi McMiller. VanSlooten fakes it to Samba Leach, throws it away to McFadden.
McFadden almost had to bat it away, but turned around there.
Clayant, the three. 7-0 run for the Lady Lions. Sotelo, VanSlooten throws it away. Another steal for Nyla McFadden. And a blocking foul called against Samba Leach. Now 7 turnovers apiece. McMiller leaning away, too strong. And a foul on the rebound called against Penn State. It's Rachel Okoko. 12.4 points per game last year as a Bobcat. First free throw is down. Dijkstra only averaging 3.5 points per game this season. She goes 2 for 2.
Spartans bringing back that tight press there, but Clayant just sneaks up and no Spartan moves over to guard her.
Ronnie Soljovic inside. Mendelson is open. Sotelo late to close out. Penn State by 12. Shoemate back outside for Brown. Woodard, the three. Off the iron, and it's scooped up by Murray. Looks inside for Mendelson. Ronnie Soljovic all alone off the side of the backboard. And a hard foul. McFadden and Woodard went crashing down. No field goals in almost 4 minutes. It's been a game of runs for both sides. Penn State up 14. Brown off the bounce, and she walked. 8th turnover of the game for Michigan State. 10 to shoot for McMiller and Penn State. McMiller with a mismatch on Sotelo. Drives inside and gets fouled. 2 for 3 from three-point range, and you can add a free throw to that.
Both teams have 5 team fouls, so any foul and someone will be at the line.
Almost a foul on Shoemate trying to create separation off the ball. VanSlooten spins on Mendelson, and for the first time in almost 5 minutes, McMiller against Kimball goes up. Can't get it. Shoemate pulls it down. Michigan State can hold for 1.
We'll see where Michigan State goes on this one. Jones just dribbling around at the top of the key.
Ronnie Soljovic eyes her down. Rashunda Jones takes the clock down to 10. Jones gets the screen from Shoemate. Jones pressured by Murray. Jones has to put it up at the buzzer. It goes! Rashunda Jones ends the half, leads number 12 Michigan State on their home floor, and the Lady Lions have the basketball to start the second half from Rec Hall. Michael Cerroti, Julia Henry with you on Big Ten Plus. Kiyomi McMiller, 7 for 14 from the field. There in the first half. She's open down low, and McMiller has 20.
And we've seen everything from McMiller. I mean, who thought you'd see her go backdoor in today's matchup against this number 12 Spartan team?
Kiyomi McMiller has now scored in double figures in 23 out of 24 games this season. Kennedy Blair answers off the glass. Murray hands McMiller. Escapes trouble. McMiller can't spin it in. A runner pass inside and a push against Kiyomi. For Kiyomi McMiller, she takes a lot of shots, but she makes a lot of shots. Blair can't get the long two. Another offensive rebound for VanSlooten. What a move. Elite footwork from Grace VanSlooten for the bucket. Clayant slams on the brakes. McMiller wide open for three. 3 for 4 from downtown today. 23 points. Brown off the screen gets fouled. Brown 2 for 5 from the field today. She has 5 turnovers, now 3 for 4 at the line. Penn State leads by 12. Backdoor for Murray, walled off by VanSlooten. Kicks it back for McMiller. Against Brown, ISO ball. Kiyomi McMiller to the bucket, rolls it in. How can you guard her? Jones spins by Ronnie Saljevic. Blair puts it on the deck and scores. Six of those rebounds on the offensive end as McMiller can't spin it in. Terrian, fresh off the bench, got the three. Keeping Michigan State beyond the arc alive, it feels like. They're 14th in the country in three-point percentage, 37.1, but 3 for 21 today as McMiller has it blocked. Jones pushes, finds Brown for 2. And Jalyn Brown came down, grabbing her right leg. So Jalyn Brown to the bench, 9 points today in 18 minutes of action. Penn State up 7. It's a 7-0 Spartan run. And Murray throws it away, not on the same page with McFadden. VanSlooten, eyed down by Amaya Evans. Jones. Blair back out to Jones. 10 to shoot. 3 is up for Terrian and down. Amy Terrian.
And also December 21st, too. So she's hit 6 twice this season.
McMiller can't get it. Ripped down by VanSlooten. Blair feeds the hot hand. Terrian puts it up and in. Amy Terrian is 3 for 3. McMiller double teamed. Finds Murray. Clayant, 3-ball, way too strong. Into the hands of Ronnie Saljevic, who's fouled by Jones. First one short for Victoria Ronnie Saljevic, one of the youngest players in the nation's history to join the senior national team as well. She goes 0 for 2, and Blair skies in for the rebound. 10 seconds left in the quarter. Sotelo inside. VanSlooten, advantage against McFadden, and 1. She has 15 points and 13 rebounds. 5th double-double of the season. 3 seconds for Penn State. McMiller, Ronnie Saljevic puts it up, and it's off the window, no good. I can't wait for the NCAA tournament this year. It is going to be a blast on the men's and women's sides. VanSlooten bounces against Mendelson and puts it in with the left hand to get the 4th quarter started. Coming off a 19.9 rebound performance. Mariah Murray leaves the 3-ball short. Murray has been quiet, just 5 points today. Sotelo, VanSlooten attacks into the paint. VanSlooten got another.
Just earlier on, she just wasn't hitting those buckets inside the paint at the rim.
Murray comes off the screen to get it. Bounces for McMiller. With the left hand, Kiyomi McMiller got it. Penn State needed it badly. Spartans by 4. There's a turnover. It slipped out of the hands of Blair. Clayant on the run out.
And that's exactly what the Lady Lions need to do. Those transition buckets.
Kennedy Blair slows it down for the Spartans. Jones, baseline attack. She'll go to the line. Jones had a rough game against Maryland. She was 1 for 6 from the field. She's 1 for 4 from the field today. Does not have a turnover, though. Now with 4 points as the Spartans lead by 4. Clayant is defended by Blair. Bounces for McMiller. Evans trying to free up space in the paint. Instead, it's McMiller. Nothing but net. That's a pure midi. Blair trying to get it inside. Instead, resets for Jones. Jones spins. Blair. Jones, open, 3-ball, pure. Rashunda Jones got it. And Michigan State is up 5. Ronnie Saljevic tipped by Blair. She kept it in. Terrian back to Blair. Transition bucket. What a play by Kennedy Blair.
That was an incredible play by Blair. Just to stick with it when you think that ball's going out and then just a leap ahead.
19 points off turnover for Michigan State. They've forced 14 giveaways. McMiller, left hand, yes. 31 points and 7 rebounds for the Stars sophomore point guard. Blair finds Terrian. Blair leans in, left-handed finish. Kennedy Blair is coming to life. Walled off well by Amaya Evans. McMiller spins, McMiller hangs, got her own rebound, and puts it in.
And we'll have to see who can pull out the win in this one.
Penn State ended last season with 10 straight Big Ten losses. They started this season with 11 straight Big Ten losses. There was never any sign of quit. Brown got the 3. Jalyn Brown, who exited with an ankle injury. Terrian has played 10 minutes today. That's her most since a win against Indiana State on December 21st when they won 115-66. Murray from the elbow throws it up and in with the shot clock hitting zeros. Murray led the way last season against Michigan State. She had 24 points, all of them coming from beyond the arc. Brown thought about it, attacks baseline, hangs in the air and scores. Spartans by 8. McMiller has 33 today, spins to the cup, and she's fouled. Last year at Rutgers, averaging almost 19 points a game, and now above that mark here in Happy Valley. McMiller's first free throw is out. She was a top 25 player in the nation, according to ESPN. Silver Spring, Maryland native, initially going to Rutgers for 1 year. 8 points in the second half, 12 on the game. Blair skips it to Brown against McFadden, and it's out of bounds. No foul. It'll stay with Michigan State. Blair with 3 assists today. She's top 25 in the nation in that category. And an and one for Rashunda Jones. She's fired up. Chance at 3. Michigan State leads by 10.
Mariah Murray coming back in for Robyn Fralick. A little bit of offense, defense here by Coach Keeger.
Clayant bumps Blair. Clayant couldn't get the high arcer down. Penn State continues their scoring drought of over 2 minutes. And Michigan State will wind down the clock. 90 seconds to play in Rec Hall. Michigan State by 11. They trailed by 16 in the third. Blair works into the paint, kicks, Brown. Baseline drive. Brown, tough shot, foul. To end the third quarter, they went almost 7 minutes without a field goal. They led 52-51 before Michigan State caught fire from deep, led by Amy Terrian. McFadden attacks, Lays it in, the finger roll for Nyla McFadden, her second field goal today. Full court pressure from Ronnie Soljovic, broken easily by Jones, and Shoemate will pull it out. Jones escapes, Brown, baseline drive. Brown off the glass and in. Timeout Penn State. Jalyn Brown makes it 79-60. Penn State, there were a lot of bright spots today. One of them, Kiyomi McMiller, and she's got a new career high, 37 points for McMiller, but not enough. Michigan State surges in the second half, down 16.